Welcome to Immigration Quicktake. This is Ellie Rutledge with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. This week, the House Judiciary Committee and the House Homeland Security Committee held hearings regarding President Obama's executive action on immigration. Here to share some hearing highlights and discuss Congress's plan is Greg Chen, AILA's Director of Advocacy. Greg, thanks for joining me. What did these hearings cover?
Ellie, these two hearings were a full-out fight between the Democrats and the Republicans about President Obama's executive action plan, with Republicans making a full-throated attack on the president's plan as being unconstitutional and an overreach of his executive authorities. They even played videos showing where in the past the president had said that he would not change the law and asserting that he has now done so. Now, of course, that assertion really is political theater and it's absurd. AILA has put out lots of analysis showing that what the president has done is fully within his legal authority and that he's not, in fact, changing the law. There have been several legal law professors as well as AILA experts who have done the analysis showing that in the past presidents have made similar deferred action grants, forms of protection to different categories of individuals to prevent their deportation. And that's precedent for it, as well as the various kinds of legal authority in both regs and statute for deferred action. That shows what he is doing, at least in that regard, is fully within his legal authority. The second aspect of at least the Homeland Security hearing was the focus on border security. Now, the main attack of the Republicans here was that the president's plan will undermine border security and draw even more people to our borders and make our borders less secure. On the Democrat side, we had questions going on about whether the border security plan would actually protect border communities more. And Beto O'Rourke of Texas, for example, asked whether or not these plans would make a difference given the fact that so many resources have already been put into border security and we have such a huge amount of deportation numbers happening already in the past several years. Why, he asked, do we really need more, and what difference will it make to our communities?
Thanks, Greg. Congress must pass a continuing resolution to keep the federal government open and avoid another shutdown. How does the debate on the president's executive action play into that?
So, Ellie, since the federal government is only funded through the end of next week, December 11th, Congress has to pass a bill to keep the government open. And what the Republicans are now saying they want to do is to either shut down the government, which is what the more conservative right wing of the party wants to do, as a powerful act against the president's immigration plan, or another plan that is emerging is to bifurcate the immigration issues away from the overall budget. And what Mitch McConnell and Speaker Boehner have floated out there is a plan to pass a full-year budget through the end of the fiscal year that funds all aspects of the government except for the immigration aspects, basically DHS. And to separate out the DHS budget, the immigration aspects, and give that funding only for a few months. That would give them kind of two opportunities to attack the president's plan. One now, coming up in the next 10 days, and one in the new Congress in the new year when Republicans will hold both chambers and can then bring up the immigration debate again when they are more in control of Congress.
The Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Patrick Leahy just announced a hearing for December 10th to discuss families and immigration. What are the expectations for that hearing?
Next Wednesday's hearing in Judiciary will be chaired by Senator Hirono of Hawaii and will have a focus on the family aspects of the president's plan. She is a good choice to chair this hearing because of her long-standing support of families in the immigration system. And back during the 2013 Senate debates on the CIR bill, she was one of the leading champions of protecting the family visa system. So that hearing will almost certainly focus on how the president's plan protects families and communities. And in particular, we know that Astrid Silva, a dreamer who's been well recognized for her advocacy, she will be one of the witnesses testifying about how the president's plan is going to benefit her and her family.
Thanks, Greg, for joining me. For the rest of you, please stay tuned for more updates from the American Immigration Lawyers Association.